Hey, I'm on a roll. Access to all areas, FLO, album review, let's talk about it.
Sair da escola já com uma formação profissional no currículo? Parece bom demais pra ser verdade, né? Pois é. No ensino técnico do Senac, isso é possível. É ensino médio junto com formação técnica, que acontece durante os 3 anos. Lá, eles usam metodologia para projetos, desenvolvendo competências como resolução de problemas, pensamento crítico e colaboração, além de valores éticos e sustentáveis. Quer saber? Senac. Acesse sp.senac.br/ensino médio e saiba mais.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It Music Review Season 10, Part 2. 2 episodes a day, going all the way to the end of December. Guys, we got a lot of content coming out. New content every single day, so make sure you follow up. Today we're doing an album review because I told y'all last week that I would do an album review of FLO's new album. If you don't know who FLO is, it's a new R&B group. It's a 3-trio R&B group. Their influences, like, they're a good R&B group, all right? We checked out Check. We've checked out the Glorilla feature. We've checked out a few tracks from FLO, and I said I was going to do an album review, and I have. Guys, I've delivered, all right? I've listened to this album over 5+ times, back to back. I even stayed up till like 5 a.m. listening to this album. I'm ready to talk about this album now. There's a lot of tracks to go over, and yes, we will be covering the Unlocked, the Deluxe. It's just a couple of songs with some features in it, and we'll talk about it. I'll give my real thoughts about it. I don't really care for the Unlocked little thing. There's only like one feature in there that I really like, which is Kalani, and that's it. But other than that, guys, I could care less about the Deluxe, to be real with y'all. But let's go over every single track. As you know, for album reviews, we're going to go over every single track. I'm going to give you a couple of points and my overall feelings about the album, and then we'll end it off with final thoughts and a score. So, guys, let's get this started. Before we begin this, guys, if you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, and let's get this started. I got a couple of points I want to get off my chest, starting off the number one. Number one, off the bat, guys, I'm just going to be real with y'all. I'm very biased towards R&B. As you know, my favorite pastime, my favorite thing, without listening to music for my job, I love listening to R&B on my free time. That's the music I usually listen to. So I'm always biased when I'm covering R&B. I'm just going to be real with y'all. It's one of my favorite genres of music, and I really don't give a damn. So let's talk about this album. FLO, we've talked about how this group just has such good vocal ability, harmonizing together, and each track, each single that came out for this album, you just saw each member getting more, time on the tracks, really expressing good vocals. Some of the best singing that I've heard is actually from FLO's group, so, guys, that's really good. I mean, I'll be real with y'all, R&B on the male side, it's looking a little bad for us. I can't even lie. There's some terrible ass R&B that they are creating. But at least there's artists like FLO out there that's still killing it. The rollout for this album was fun. It was really good. I was waiting for it. And also, I think the features there's only a few features on this album, but I think the features on this album really work. For example, the Glorilla track. Glorilla's feature was a nice switch up, a nice good change of pace, and it made the track overall really enjoyable to listen to. Now, my second point, the production of this album. The production of this album, I will say, meshes really well together. And it's good if you want to listen to the album for its full experience. I will say some of the tracks do get a little heavy on the instrumental side. A little, the volume's a little bit too up sometimes on the production when I really want to hear more of the vocals. But other than that, guys, that's only a minor complaint because I'm going to be real with y'all. These fucking beats slap. As y'all know, I love a good hodgepodge of genres when you can add, 2000 R&B influence, when you can even add 90s R&B influence, and you can hodgepodge these genres together and create something new, something unique, something fresh to listen to. So I'm always going to get praise for that, and I'm never, going to knock that down. I love how, each track has a little bit of influence from the 2000s, 90s, even 2010s R&B too. There's even some elements of that too with the background vocals, etc. So I really enjoy that. Now, those are my thoughts. Those are my little thoughts, alright? That's how I'm overall feeling. But now let's go over every single track, because I've listened to every single track multiple times, multiple sessions. As you know, we're going to rank each song out of 5. Most the song can get to 5 out of 5, alright? Now let's go over this, guys. We are also going to rank the disc, the deluxe, the disc 2. But my thoughts won't be as, large on that. So, let's go over this track, Access to All Areas. Starting off with the first track, which is the intro. And I really love this intro track. The confidence in this track is just really good. To say you can imitate these influences or whatever, and you can, actually, say it with confidence, that's really good. That's really good. It shows you can be a group that's going to stand for the test of time. I like that. This intro is good, and I also do like the little beginning of the intro, the end of the intro, when the vocals start to kick in. We get some of that singing, a really good flow. Love those background vocals, and that instrumental just starts popping in this little intro. And then we get into the first track, which is AA, Access to All Areas, obviously. I mean, come on. Get the fucking memo. This track is really good. I've already done a review of this track. Well, maybe I haven't, but I have listened to this track a lot of times, probably more times than I can even count, to be real with you. The vocals on this track are really good. I love the instrumental switch-ups. When you can have switch-ups in a song, it's just going to make it where it's more enjoyable to listen to. So I really like the switch-ups, and I also really like the vocals on this track. I think the vocals are so good on here. Each member having very powerful singing. Sounds great. Love the flow of this song, and this track is going to get... It's going to get a 5 out of 5 for me. Now, In My Bag featuring Glorilla, we did a review of this, so my thoughts are going to be pretty quick about this one. I like the instrumental. I like the beat switch. I like the pace switch with Glorilla. This is overall a pretty good track. 4 out of 5 for me. Walk Like This. Look, guys, I've tried to get into Walk Like This. Maybe it's just the hook. I don't really care too much about the hook, and the instrumental is kind of boring. It's kind of the simple just guitar and R&B, like trap meshed together. It's always the same when I hear these type of beats. It's okay. It's nothing bad. But would I play this track on my own time? Hell fucking no. Like 3 out of 5. How Does It Feel? How Does It Feel is a really good track. I like the slower pace of this track. Kind of reminds me of like an early 90s R&B song. It's got really nice background vocals too. Good lyrics. I think this is a pretty good track. 4 out of 5. Soft. I think this is one of the best hooks on this album. I really enjoy the hook on this song. I think Soft just has a really good hook. And it's really addicting. It's going to get stuck in your head. So this is going to get a 4 out of 5 for me. Check, which we did do a track review for this. So you can go check that out. But Check is one of the best singles that I heard. One of the best R&B new singles that I've heard. I really like the instrumental. Again, I like this like 2000s, like 90s R&B mashup with this beat. Sounds really good. Check is one of those ones. 5 out of 5. On and On. Now, I didn't really care for On and On. It kind of blended in with some of the tracks like Check or Soft. It's okay. 3 out of 5. Now, Bending My Rules. Bending My Rules is actually a pretty good track. I do like the verse. I like the flow switch-ups in this song. Would I play this in my free time? Guys, I'm going to be real. Probably not. Probably not. I'm going to be real with you. But this is overall a pretty good track, so I'll give it like a 3 out of 5. Now, the next track, guys, which is actually Trustworthy, which this is an interlude. Deep lyrics, heart-wrenching lyrics, good vocals, good song. I wish this was a full song, but this is just an interlude, so I can only give it like a 4 out of 5. But it's a good song. Caught Up. Caught Up is okay. At first I liked it, guys. I actually downloaded this song a long time ago when it came out. But as I kept listening to it, it kind of wear off on me. It's okay. Caught Up's alright. 3 out of 5. I Would Hate to Be Like My Ex is the next one. This is actually a really good track. The hook on this one is so good. And I really like this instrumental. I think it's really good with those background vocals, those luscious, like, violins. Everything about this track absolutely hits. 5 out of 5. Nocturnal. Kind of meshed well. Kind of meshed with, like, Caught Up. And it's okay. 3 out of 5. And then we got Get It Till I'm Gone, which is actually a really interesting track. We have a more kind of rock kind of bass thing. I think so. This might be that's the next track. This track's not that. This track's actually one of the slow ones off the album. It actually has really good vocals now that I'm remembering it, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. This one, I'm Just a Girl. This is the last track. This is actually has kind of like a rock and R&B type influence. It's a pretty good mashup. Pretty good hodgepodge of genres. Yeah, decent song. 4 out of 5. And I'm going to go over these bonus songs really quick because they are just the same songs with like an added feature. Alright, Soft, Chloe and Haley. This song, guys, could care less about the features on here. They didn't really add much to the track. Like 3 out of 5. Bending My Rules featuring Dixon, which actually I heard about him a long time ago. I checked out I checked out his first album. I actually still have it on my phone. But I'm going to be real with y'all, he didn't add nothing to this fucking track. And honestly, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of waiting it to be over. I mean, this guy was just like falling asleep. How are you falling asleep recording an R&B song? Like, I don't know. This song is whatever. The feature didn't really add much to it, like 2 out of 5. I Would Hate to Be Like My Ex featuring Kalani. I like the Kalani feature. This is a good one. 4 out of 5. Nocturnal, again, Bree Runaway. What were you even doing on this track? I swear, some of these tracks were kind of blending together. Some of these features were. This is one of those features that just added nothing to the track. Again, 2 out of 5. Guys, overall, this is a pretty good album. Not every track is good. Not every track is perfect. But for a group, a new R&B group, that dropped a pretty good album this year. I mean, this has everything that you could want, guys. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. This album absolutely slaps. I'm gonna give this album a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, what'd y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. Thank you so much for listening, guys. This is 2 episodes, so go check out the next episode. We're actually doing a Jelly Roll song review, so if you want to see me get angry, you can go check that out. That should be uploaded next. And I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. Bye.